Mario Kart tracks. Some of them are absolutely amazing. Other ones, not so much. It's either because these tracks are incredibly bland and boring, or they've achieved some great level of impossible difficulty that they are so despised by Mario Kart fans everywhere. These five, however, can be seen as the worst of the worst. That's right, these are the top 5 worst Mario Kart tracks, as voted by the community.
Alright, so number 5 is Rosalina's Ice World, and oh god, I should really be paying attention. This is just a very icy track in general. I've only played it like once, and I already hate it. So let's see how well this goes. Probably not. Oh god, very well. Oh my god. This is not skiing. This is not skiing. Okay, I can see why this one was an option. It's not very, like, sturdy or controllable. At all. Like, I'm not even done with the first lap and I already hate this. Oh god, I need to be paying attention. Okay, 1 lap down. Oh my god. These freaking... And there we go. Okay. Oh my god. Okay, that was a close one. Oh my god. And that's just great. Okay, well, at least it sent me to the end of that section because that section's terrible. Okay. And we're underwater now. Okay, this part's not so bad. It's the rest of the track that makes me want to throw something at the wall. Oh my god. Because it's just so icy and slippery, and it's also very hard to control. Yeah, I can definitely understand why this was an option. Well, we only have 1 lap left, but I can say, this definitely has earned its spot in the rankings. It's just very icy and slippery and overall hard to control except for the underwater part, which I'm just gonna go under because that's honestly probably the best part of the entire course is the underwater part. Because it's just water, it doesn't make you slip and slide all over the place. Like an actual slip and slide. Okay, I'm kind of getting the hang of it now, but yeah, this is not at all a easy to control course. Alright. Yeah, this course is honestly earned its spot in this poll. Alright, and for number 4, we have Mario Kart Wii's Rainbow Road, and as you can clearly tell, this is a replay instead of me playing it for the first time, because I could not figure out how to set up my phone to record while I was playing. So anyways, I'm just gonna commentate on this, because there are definitely some moments on here that make this a viable competitor for a spot on this list. Alright, so, as we're seeing, everything's going fine, everything's going normally, until right about here, where you just fall off yep, he's falling off. This track is honestly one of the easiest to fall off of, like, no matter where you are. Half the time, there's, like, no borders, and you can fall off so easily, and that's just annoying. Oh god. And, yep, this is where I got stuck, so that was interesting. Yeah, did I mention you can easily get stuck on that, and then you can just fall right off? Just like that. At least it takes you to the start of the next section, so you don't have to relive that nightmare over again, because, honestly, that's just horrible. This track honestly has, like, just so many parts in it, like, so many parts, so many different things that you can do in this course. And then there's also several ways to fall off, like right there. Yeah, the thing I said about the whole track being super easy to fall off applies to that spot, like, tenfold. Seriously, I swear that's, like, the most common spot to fall off of on this track. It's just so easy. You, like, run into one thing 1 second, then you're losing your balance the next, and then you're falling into space. And then you have moments like that where you think you've cleared something, but then you don't, and you fall off the edge. At least it sent me back to the beginning of this little bit. That's always nice. And then back to the little tunnel. I swear, that's like the only good part of this track is that tunnel. And I guess like the wavy thing before like that weird figure 8 thing. I'm probably not making much sense right now, am I? But yeah, if you've played this game enough times, you probably know what I'm talking about. And then I am considering that a victory right there because I did not fall off of that at all that lap. Actually, the whole third lap was just like the best lap for me, and I don't know why. It was weird. Anyways. Have I mentioned that I think this Rainbow Road is the prettiest because of like the track itself looks like super holographic and I love it? So yes, in conclusion, that track is basically just very easy to fall off of in some places, so yeah, that was number 4. Alright, and number 3 is the SNES Rainbow Road, which for convenience's sake I am playing on my 3DS because, yeah, it's just simpler. Plus I don't have an actual SNES. Anyways, oh god. This is probably, for the first Rainbow Road, it's definitely the hardest. There's no borders anywhere. The corners are just extremely tight. The rainbow swamps! Can we just, like, talk about the rainbow swamps for a second? Like, I love them to death. Because rainbows, obviously. But yeah, if you run into them, which I'm just gonna do as an example in a second, then you just, like, spinning out everywhere. And I already fell, so I can't use any of my shrooms. Oh well, not like that matters. Oh my god. Yeah, you see what I mean about, like, the tight freaking corners? It just, like, it just makes trying to, like, oh, great. Yeah, I can't even make an actual turn because of these corners. They are not fun at all. And dang, I can't run into the swamps to make an example. Oh, wait, maybe I can. Yeah, that's what happens when you run into the rainbow swamps. So if you're not careful enough, there's an added challenge there, and oh jeez. Yeah, the corners make it really hard to drift, too! Ah, man. Yeah, this is... I don't think any other Rainbow Road in Mario Kart history has surpassed this one in terms of how difficult it actually is to, like, turn your corners and do your drifting, because the corners are just so tight. Like, you can easily fall off if you're not careful enough. As you can see, that I just did, like, at least 3 or 4 times in there. So, yeah. That's number 3. Alright, number 2 on this list is Baby Park, which, yet again, for convenience's sake, I have to do on another system because I don't have a GameCube. But yeah, this is basically just the entire track. It's just a loop. It is just a loop. Like, nothing exciting happens at all unless you're on versus mode in the original GameCube, because then you got, like, giant bananas everywhere and Bowser shells hitting the walls and all that fun stuff, but yeah. It's just not that excitable on the retro courses on the DS, because there's nothing exciting happening. Like, there's no giant bananas to dodge, there's no Bowser shells going up the walls, nothing happens! You also have to go through 5 laps of this instead of the usual 3, and it's 7 laps on the original because the track is so dang short. Literally just a loop. But yeah, that's literally all this track is, just a loop. That's it. I think that is why they gave it the name Baby Park, because it's like literally the simplest track in the entire game. Unless you're playing on a GameCube, like I mentioned earlier, in Versus mode. Speaking of which, if you're wondering why I played this in Versus mode as opposed to time trial like everything else, The original GameCube version is why. Like, I feel like to fully enjoy this track, you need that experience, because, in my opinion, that is the only thing that saved this track from being number 1 on this list. Figure 8 circuit, everybody!
Okay, hold up. I need to make my case for this in its own separate thing, because the entire point of the video footage for number 1 was to make a point. There is literally nothing exciting whatsoever about Figure 8 Circuit. The shape of the track is literally in the name. It doesn't have the zany antics that Baby Park did in the original GameCube version to make it, help its case. There is nothing that can help Figure 8 Circuit. Nothing in Mario Kart DS can make this track any better than it already is, which is terrible. It's not a good track. This is a very, very good reason for being number 1. And with that, I rest my case. And with that, we are done. Good night, everybody. Even though it's technically not night here, but what do I care?